Hello guys and welcome to today's video, and today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. We're not going to be talking about the tropics, but we're going to be talking about the threat for severe weather down in the deep south here as we go into the afternoon and evening hours, more particularly so in Louisiana, Mississippi, and parts of Alabama. This is something that we got to take very seriously. Moderate is getting up to the higher end of the outlook scale for severe weather. And it's that's not to say that places like deep southern Arkansas, Tennessee, Georgia could get in on some of this action a little bit later. But most of the focus for hail, tornadoes, and wind are primarily going to be in those spots, and then in the moderate and enhanced positions of the outlook here. So what we're looking for here is we got plenty of Cape here to deal with, as we see here on this map here. We got some 3,000s, 200, 2,500s. Those are all going to seep up north, and that's going to be the energy that the storm needs to, generate discrete supercells a little bit later on. That, and if we get some clearing to happen before the lines come through. So what we need to see in order to get a decent outbreak from this is that these discrete supercells that form ahead of the cold front line. So I'm gonna be paying attention to that for you guys a little bit throughout today. I might do some tweets on this. We're doing something a little bit different. That we would try this. But yeah, as you see, the Cape values, these Cape values down in the Gulf are gonna start coming up as we go throughout the day. All right, so we're going to be looking here at the sea surface temperatures, and these are also very important as well, because what happens here is you got a high pressure out here in the Atlantic, right? And it rotates this way, so it's going to be dragging up some of these warm waters, or this energy from these warm waters up into Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, and so here. And so that with the Cape, you're looking at some pretty decent look for severe weather as we go out through today. All right, so now we're going to take a look at some of the model runs here. And this was the GFS here. This was initialized at 6 seeds today. And as you can see, this is a pretty decent and healthy line of thunderstorms here, very heavy. And it tries to stay intact as we head out through, 12 hours. That's a pretty decent batch of precipitation there. And then, as you can see, it kind of strengthens a little bit as we go into Mississippi, and then Alabama, and then after the 30-hour mark, it starts to go away from this region, and then the eastern seaboard might have to watch out for a little bit of severe weather as well. So, with that being said, we're going to be taking a look at the rainfall totals, because tornadoes, hails, and winds is not going to be the only threat that this system has. It's also going to bring some pretty decent amount of rain too. So there could be flooding concerns with this system as we go out through time. And as you can see here, we're getting 4 inches, 5 inches of rain in some of these locations here in the next 24, 18 hours even. So this, not only do you have to deal with the tornado threat, the wind and hail, you're going to have to deal with some excessively heavy rainfall in some locations, because what these storms could do. These storms can also train over the same areas over and over and over again, and that's where you get the rainfall from these systems as we head through the daytime hours and going into the 0Z here, which is, I think that's 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So about seven for you guys here in these locations. So that's not a whole lot of time, to be honest with you. So you're gonna have to watch out for the flooding too. All right, so now we're gonna take a look at the European, and we'll see how it deals with this front too. And then we'll look at the actual severe weather models here. And as you can see, it looks pretty decent here. Initialized at 6C, so, and as you can see, it stays pretty together here and strengthens a little bit once we get into the Mississippi area, and then it pretty much clears out around 30 hours like the GFS has. So now what we're going to do here, we're going to take a look at the precipitation here from the European. Let's see if it shows the same thing that the GFS is showing. And pretty much, yeah, it's the European and GFS are on board with the heavy rain event. Picking up anywhere from 4 to 5 inches of rain in the same areas as the GFS shows. So, you know, it sucks that you guys got to deal with this, but I guess it's just Mother Nature just running its course. So, tornadoes, hail, heavy rains. You guys got it all with this severe weather event happening today. All right, so now we are going to take a look at the HRR, and these are specific severe weather models here that we use to track these severe storms here. And as you can see, by 5 hours from now, you can see these supercells that are starting to pop up here, and that's a pretty decent line of storms there. You got one line of storms, and then you got the front storms too. So you guys are going to get double rounds of storms as we head out through today. And as you can see, it kind of just does its own thing. There are some discrete supercells in here, even going as far east as Georgia, even. So that's why Georgia is in that enhanced risk, I believe. Yeah, actually marginal. So you can see why they're in that marginal risk for severe weather. And we can also take a look at the total accumulations here on this model as well. So we'll probably end up doing that. All right. So as you can see, it's pretty much the same story as the GFS and European. Some of these locations going to pick up anywhere from 3 to 4.5 inches of rain. So we're definitely going to see the flooding potential there for the system going out through time. All right, so now we're going to take a look at the NAM3KM, and this is a pretty decent model when it comes to severe weather. Obviously, you guys know me as a tropical weather person, so I don't ever really use this model to, track tropical cyclones, but we are tracking severe weather today, and I will be using this. And as you can see, this is a pretty healthy damn line of thunderstorms here. That's not a good look. So some of these places are getting hit pretty good this morning, in some of the eastern Texas going into some of the Louisiana. And as you can see these discrete supercells that are firing up here as we go out through time. So those discrete thunder supercells are going to be the cause of the stronger tornadoes. Now, you can get tornadoes in the actual frontal line of storms, but those are not as strong as the discrete variations of the supercells. So those are going to be the ones you're going to have to really pay attention to as we go out through time. And then, as you can see, this line just stays pretty damn healthy going into Mississippi and Alabama, and even into parts of Georgia here too. So, it seems like every model is in agreement to what's going to happen with the system as we go out through time. So now we're going to take a look at the NAM3KM total precipitations here. And as you can see, it's pretty much the same old song and dance as every other model that I just showed you guys. Tons of rain. And that tons of rain is going to fall in an extremely fast amount of time. So this is going to probably cause some flash flooding concerns as we go out through today, along with the tornado threat that we're going to have. So with that being said, parts of Louisiana, Mississippi, and Alabama, you guys are in the moderate and enhanced risk of severe storms. Though that's going to be the main, like I said, it's going to be the main area of where I think the tornadoes, the wind, and the hail threat is going to be. So, if you guys get a warning, please listen to the warning and head to your basement or safest part of your house, and take cover. If you got to grab a bed mattress and keep it over your head, do so. You know, I think the bathroom is pretty much one of the safest places you could be in if you don't have a basement. Somebody can correct me if I'm wrong on that, but that's what I've been hearing. You know, please take this seriously. There is a chance that this could be not as significant as shown, but right now it's looking like it's going to be a hell of a day for Louisiana, Mississippi, and Alabama. Anyways, okay, this is it for my first ever severe weather video. I hope I did all right with this. I'm kind of nervous going into new territory here, so just bear in mind, keep weather aware, and you guys should be fine. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys again on the next one.